Hello, beautiful people. I think I'm live. Please let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from and if you can hear me and see me okay. So, today I'm excited to share with you the healing power of frequencies. I'm getting more and more into this concept of quantum healing and the frequencies, resonance, vibration. Einstein famously said everything is energy in this world, and I think it's really more important to start to understand that this is the way forward. As he said, science, medicine will be, the future of medicine will be in frequencies and vibrations. So I'm on a mission to help people. My name is Dr. Joanna Charlton. If you don't know me, I help people overcome chronic pain and chronic symptoms, taking back their health into their own hands, and inspiring people to do that in a holistic, natural way, to stop giving our power away, basically, and giving our body sovereignty away. And I find it more and more compelling and more important as we saw what happened over the last 3 years. And so I, just very briefly, I overcame chronic pain, chronic symptoms. I had about 18 different chronic symptoms of pain and fibromyalgia diagnoses, rheumatoid arthritis, early onset, blah, blah, blah. I overcame all of them. Chronic pain used to come in flares for about 20 years, ups and round cycles of flares and flares of chronic pain. So I am well, what's the word? I have experienced it all through my life, and so I now help people to overcome their issues, their crises, there's health crisis, with a beautiful wisdom of pain healing process that I now can offer and share to people, because it is trying to get the understand the catalyst of growth is chronic pain is a massive opportunity for us to step into our higher self. So with that said, let's get into the unleashing your self-healing capacity and boosting your energy levels and vitality naturally. So this is basically, I'm following this journey and I'm sharing with you the research that I've been doing, and online, but also like my own self, with my clients. And I really want to empower you that we have to understand, as Tesla said, the secret of the universe. We have to think about energy, frequency, and vibration. And Einstein also said this very, very importantly. We have to think about everything as emotion, including ourselves, including the things that we eat, including the things that we do every day. So this is really, really important, because when we start to actually look at where health and illness or ill health come to play, it has a lot to do with vibration or incoherence of vibrations and energy. This is not. This is all based in fact and science, by the way. So I'm just really inviting you to kind of open your mind and for the possibility here, because the possibility is the key. So everything in the universe is energetic vibrations, including ourselves. As I said, we have atoms, they're all in motion. Everything is in motion. Frequency of this motion is known as vibrational frequency. And each molecule has its own molecular vibration, right? So some vibrate higher or lower frequencies. And these propagates the wave of energy that is emitted, and the frequency of that can be measured. So these words can be interchangeable because of this reason, right? They're not exactly the same, but let's just say that they are. Vibrations can be felt, right, through earthquakes. When there's a vibration, they can be heard with sound waves, obviously music, and they also can be seen with light waves, right? So they're intimately interrelated, energy, frequency, and vibration. So just let me know where you're tuning in from, and also let me know if I can help you with any specific issue. I really want to just, and if you have any questions you want to ask me, we have to understand the power of frequency in healing and prevention medicine, but also in healing issues or health conditions that we may have. And we need to understand that everything is vibrating. So for example, our bodies on a healthy level are vibrating between 62 and 68 hertz, right? Megahertz, right? This is also really important to understand that we can now, I'm going to be going into this in a minute as well, that we can actually, when the body drops below a certain frequency, around 42 megahertz, we can actually start to grow cancer cells, and also cold and flus and that kind of thing are also coming into our body when the body drops to a frequency of 58. These are all kind of been checked out and researched and scientifically shown. So this is really because we can measure, obviously, right? Now we have the technology to do that. So also HeartMath Institute, which is very high, I highly recommend you going into, shows that emotions have specific vibrations and have been documented by the HeartMath Institute. So we have to start realizing that our emotions also have vibrations, and I go into this a lot on my YouTube channel if you want to find out more. So every emotion has a specific vibrational frequency, and we can really understand how that plays a role when we have low vibration like anger or even lower shame and fear, which are the lowest two on the vibrational ladder of David Hawkins' work, PhD. It's really important to understand that we can really affect our physiological, our physiology through the knowledge, or the knowledge of this, right? Also, foods that we eat, right, have vibration. So you normally think about food as, the supplement, the vitamins and minerals and the kind of things, ABCs of the food. But actually, everything has every food product has a vibration. And so when you start looking at things in a little more of a perspective, wider perspective of the concept of vibration frequencies, we can start to see why there are superfoods that really do help us and help boost our energy, boost our health, our immune system, because of the vibration, right? So everything comes down to that. Just so you know, processed foods and cooked meats have zero vibration, which is why it actually can, be damaging to the body, obviously. And the pollutants and chemicals and drugs that also can interfere with the body's frequencies and natural mechanisms of healing. One of the highest frequencies that it can be measured, which I now have really tapped into in the recently, is the power of essential oils, because they are literally concentrate from the plant, from nature, and the aroma compounds and all the essence and vibration are still kept. And so this can be shown and measured by in clinical studies have shown this, and the therapeutic grade essential oils can be measured from doTERRA, for example, with rose being the highest essential oil with the highest frequency. Is rose with 320 hertz. And normally food, you can actually go and have a look online, but there is a pyramid of superfoods. I'll just give you a few ideas, like vegetables, freshly picked from the tree, freshly grown, freshly, recently picked, have a kind of frequency of 5 to 10 to 15. So apples and berries and coconuts and avocados and pineapples and all these kind of things that have this kind of frequency, whereas superfoods can be between 50 and 100 and more, right? Because they're of their raw cocoa powder, spirulina, lemons, goji berries, the superfoods that we know have a higher vibration. So there is lots of reasons why we have to take care and take our health back in our own hands, eating the foods that we know our body needs. And it's not just because of the vitamins and minerals in them, it's because of they're all tied together, right? You can't separate them. But just so we know that it's not just the calories or the vitamins in them, it's actually the energy as well. So if we want to experience pure energy and boost our energies, we obviously have to consume pure energy, right? It's that simple, and which is really, really powerful. But as Einstein said, I want to go a little bit deeper because this is really interesting, right? As Einstein said, the future of medicine will be the medicine of frequencies. And I really took this on and just started to, take this a little bit step further and researched and really found a huge, amazing wormhole of, of research on this topic. And I just want to share with you some of it so that I can actually hopefully inspire you and encourage you to take this on as what I call the micro habits that heal, so that we can incorporate micro habits, tiny habits that we can do daily that really boost and really benefit us in our health and our wellness in general, which are completely integrated, so we can't really untie them. So the concept of music and frequency is really interesting for me at the moment. It's like I said, I'm really starting to research, going into the depths of this. Music, okay, is everywhere. We know the quality, the benefits of listening to music, and it's enjoyed universally, right? And from the beginning of time, right? So the rhythms of sound and rhythmic sound and whistling, for example, started. This dates back, 35,000 years, and this is really, really interesting because the songs. It was originally, songs and entertainment was, and even in hymns, the first hymn was, shown to have very important health benefits, right? So instruments, of course, developed first with percussion instruments, and then wind instruments, and then strings. So that became more. Music was able to be created more beautifully and more coherently, and have a much wider range. And these are all frequencies, right? So the tuning is needed to create a certain frequency, and changes in tuning changes the frequency. So the ancient Greeks knew this. I'm living in Crete, and this old sites and buildings and monuments all have a kind of frequency. They understood the concept of frequency because you can see that through the numbers. Pythagoras' law, the music is expression of mathematics, and the important number, the 432 hertz, was integrated into the pyramids in the Gaza, and also in Stonehenge, and various other numbers. Really you start to look at the magic of numbers and the wisdom behind numbers, or let's say the inherentness, right? Ancient architecture also had resonance, where they understood the quality of the sound inside churches and cathedrals. It wasn't just a place of worship. It was originally perhaps even a space of healing, and with light shapes of the the lights of the windows, configurations, and also the sound experience, which created deep healing patterns of resonance in the body. So there's lots of information about this on the internet. I really, and recent studies have been done, and I just want to give you a kind of real background, but also just so you can start to understand that there's different types of frequencies that benefit different aspects of our health. So the first one, we have to understand that there's the frequency of Earth, the planet Earth, and the frequency that's released is very powerful. It's the Schumann resonance, and it's about an 8 hertz or 7.82, I think it is. So this is really, really important, because we have to start realizing that that nature, the more that we're in nature, is because we can hear, we're experiencing resonance in nature and frequencies, right? So we can have, and that's having an important effect on our body. So just as you relax, listen to music, it relaxes your system and actually brings down the fight, flight, freeze response, and more activates the parasympathetic, or the rest, digest, and rejuvenate response, which obviously has beneficial effects on our body. So I'm just going to see how much I'm going to go into detail about this. So there's been lots of studies, randomized control studies, using the power of music in various different settings. For example, with in a stressful situation with students studying, and how music can affect and reduce the stress. The 2019 was a double-blind trial study with volunteers looking at the heart rate, healthy volunteers looking at heart rate, and various other measurements being taken when they were listening to different vibrations or different frequencies of music. So they've been also studies have shown improved sleep during listening to music and various other things. So Dr. Wright was a doctor who introduced, who was he was an inventor and a doctor, and he introduced the resonance machine, and that actually was shown to go on and treat terminally ill cancer patients with resonance frequency, and in fact was given, and they all healed. They all overcame their cancer with a device which created a resonance, a frequency for them to listen to, and he had amazing results. But sadly, his work was confiscated, even though he was awarded various different things, and his work was confiscated, and all the labs that were doing his research were mysteriously burnt down. And so, there's lots of interesting information about that on the internet, if you want to go and have a look at that as well. But this TED Talk from Anthony Holland, and all his work that I've now researched deeply into, show the power of resonance and frequencies in healing. And this is a really interesting TED Talk. I really highly recommend it. And his research from the Nova Biotronics, which is a non-profit scientific and educational research company, and the cancer research labs that he's working in. So go and check out his TED Talk, Anthony Holland. So he talks about resonance and how the importance of resonance, and the fact that, we can, obviously it happens, the power, because, you've all heard about opera singing, shattering glass with their singing, and he gives an example of bridges that have fallen down because of the wind that creates a kind of suspension bridge that creates a kind of vibration as resonance, which matches with some part of the bridge, which then just totally annihilates and destructive force of resonance. And he started to work on possibility and opened his mind. He was actually a composer. And so he actually started to look, have an open mind and look at the possibility, and also looking at the research from the right, and also from various other research about from Dr. James Bears as well. He understood that there was a massive possibility here, and he went on to show in his research that he can shatter cancer cells with resonant frequencies. And this is really, really powerful stuff, by the way, guys. So he basically went on to collaborate with Research Lab, and he discovered the frequency after many hours, I think it's about 15 months, he said, that he was able to selectively, shatter or destroy living organisms selectively using pulses of a very specific vibration frequency. In fact, the key he found was putting two frequencies together, a low frequency and a higher frequency that was 11 times higher, which is the 11th harmonic, in music, which basically went on to shatter microorganisms selectively. And this is now obviously in vitro trials, and so it's going to it's a matter of time before it gets out there into the field. I think there's a lab in Barcelona that's also working with frequencies, and there's now frequency tools that you can use. But I do suggest also to actually go into and have a look at the data or the importance of these frequencies for healing, basically. So the Schumann frequency is the frequency of the planet. It was shown in astronauts when they went into space that if they couldn't hear this frequency, they got sick. So it was a 7.83, sorry, not 7.82, or 8, let's say, hertz frequency, which is the vibration of planet Earth. And so when astronauts went up into space and didn't have this vibration, they got sick. And when they were able to put this device in the space shuttle and this, give out this frequency, they got better. So there's more and more information and more knowledge about this and how it can actually really help. So there's also some frequencies called the solfeggio, the holy healing frequencies. And monks, knew about these because they chanted in these scales, the solfeggio scales, right? And so the healing properties of music or sound have been known for generations, since from a very, very way back. And this is really quite. Now there's lots and lots of research, like I said, that show the benefits of sound healing and frequencies, right? So just to give you a few, 2857 hertz is the cell regeneration, 396 hertz is helps to liberate guilt and fear and create a sense of inner peace. And 432 is another very important. It's based on the heart chakra, so these are also based on the chakras of the body. They're all vibrating again at certain levels, powerhouses of our meridians. And so this is really, really powerful stuff, right? The 528 hertz transforms miracle and creates and repairs DNA. It's transformational energy, life energy. 639 hertz, connection and building better relationships. 741 hertz is the self-expression, the solution, which is the connected to the throat chakra. The third eye chakra, the 852 hertz, return to spiritual order, and the 963 hertz, which is the crown chakra and the connection to the higher self or God or spirit or whatever you want to call it. So we're really at the kind of pivotal moment in our life, in our, in humanity, where we can really start to incorporate these things into our daily lives and, really build a micro habit that can heal, prevent and heal, right? So again, this is not disclaimer here, this is not me promoting to try new things, against the will of your doctor. Please go and get your doctor's, this diagnosis and things like that. But we can really do start to take things back into our own hands when we have the power of knowledge and implementation. So this was just hopefully to give you an eye-opener into the power of frequencies, and there's loads of stuff online. So if you just put in, I now listen to the solfeggio frequencies every night as meditation. The benefits that you can get from just listening to a couple of minutes a day of music when you're in a meditative state, it's been shown, proven, many studies that show the benefits of this. And so why not do it? Why not do it yourself for building your health and also preventing problems, right? So and also creating vibrant energy and vitality. So I'm sorry, I'm just a bit distracted because I'm in the middle of moving. But I just wanted to share that with you today. And sound baths, now there's a new thing about sound baths and the tuning forks and the tuning the frequencies that heal. There is so much stuff online, and you can actually go and have a look and just create a beautiful micro habit that heals using frequencies in your life. I mean, I really can't suggest this and invite you to do it. I highly suggest that you incorporate this into your life, into your daily life. It's a nice moment for you to, since you're going to be doing your meditation anyway, why not do it with a beautiful frequency, healing frequency behind the meditation, or instead of, to really start to tune in and take your health back into your own hands, giving you the power so we can actually heal mind, body, emotions and spirit. Okay, so with that, I will love you and leave you, and I'm going to keep this a short one because, like I said, I'm on the move. Get frequencies in line. The TED Talk I can link the TED Talk to you in the description. It's really quite important that we get this information out because, of course, I have to be a little bit careful how I say this, but there are the big pharma doesn't want us to know this, or certainly because of the increasing costs of the drugs and various other that they give us instead of I'm not sure how to say it without getting blocked. So you know what I mean. Well, let's just take our health back into our own hands, let's say it like that, and rely less on drugs in general. So doing that, I focus on micro habits that heal. I focus to really get people inspired and hopefully to make changes for their health every single day, or every single I have a system of change that I call the micro habits that heal. A beautiful kit system that can really help people build their micro habits over time and change their life, build their health and change their life. So it's really vital that we'd actually take this back into our own hand and not outsource our own health to other people, to other organizations, to other various WHOs or whatever else, FDAs that are in my words, in my not trustworthy. So profit making. So let's leave it at that, and we'll be going into this in more detail. So look out on my YouTube channel, where I post generally daily videos when I'm not moving and I'm trying to get more stable in my life so that I can support more people in their life and their health. So do go and check me out on my YouTube channel, which is Dr. Joanna Charlton, Dr. Joanna Charlton, Mind, Body, Pain Specialist. So get me, please support and Facebook, like this if you want, share it with somebody who's on the fence maybe. It's really, really important that we kind of take our health back into our own hands in every way that we can, and not only our health, our life. So with that, I love you and leave you, and I'll see you the next time. Bye for now.